The search for Mount Zion, the city of the great king, the ensign of the people. We know that Israel will be gathered. We read in Jeremiah 31 verse 10, "Hear the word of the Father, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, He that scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him, as a shepherd doth his flock. For the Father hath redeemed Jacob, and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he." Israel will be gathered. The question is, how will Israel be gathered? Well, there's nothing new under the sun. Things that happened before are the things that will happen again. So, how did it happen before? How was Israel saved when we were in Egypt? Let's go to Exodus 12, verse 33. "And the Egyptians were urged upon the people, that they might send them out of the land in haste. For they said, We be all dead men." Verse 38. "And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much cattle." So the Egyptians sent the Israelites away. And we read that a mixed multitude went up also with them. Many people were attached to Israel. We read, "and flocks and herds, even very much cattle." We did not go empty handed. Verse 41, "And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the selfsame day, it came to pass that all the host of the Father went out from the land of Egypt." All the host are armies, all the armies of the Father, who is the King of Israel, well, his armies went up out of the land of Egypt. In Exodus 14, verse 13, we read, "And Moses said unto the people, Fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Father, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians, whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever." See the salvation of the Father. The Egyptians, you will see them no more forever. This is the meaning of salvation. The Father took us out of the hand of Pharaoh. He took us out of harm's way. Verse 14, "The Father shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace." Israel today will be taken out of harm's way by the hand of the Father, the King of Israel, who himself shall fight for his people. That is how Israel will be saved today. How was Israel saved? Exodus 14, verse 22. "And the children went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left." Verse 30. "Thus the Father saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore." Notice, there were no UFOs, no chariots landing to round us up, no flying up to the clouds, no rapture. There was only dry ground. In order to be saved from your sins, you also have to be saved from the hostile nation or environment that you are now living in. That is a part of the salvation of Israel. In prophecy, we read Jeremiah 31, verse 6. There shall be a day that the watchmen upon the Mount Ephraim shall cry, Arise ye, and let us go up to Zion unto the Father our mighty one. Notice the cry is for us to get up and to go. No waiting for chariots, no going up into the clouds. Verse 7. For thus saith the Father, sing with gladness for Jacob, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye, praise ye, and say, O Father, save thy people, the remnant of Israel. Why do we have to get up and go on dry ground? Because Babylon is fallen. Jeremiah 50 verse 2. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard. That means set up a point, a place to go to, a rally point, and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken. Bel is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. They shall remove, we will leave, we shall depart. Set up a standard, mark a rally point for us to go to Zion. Verse 4. In those days and in that time, saith the Father, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Father their mighty one. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, Come, and let us join ourselves to the Father in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. Let us gather in Zion and sign a new covenant, a new marriage agreement. Where is Zion? How do we find it? What shall be the sign that marks the place of the gathering of Israel? Well, to answer that, we need to know what are the signs of Israel. First, we need to know what a sign is. A sign is an object, quality, or event whose presence or occurrence indicates the probable presence or occurrence of something else. A sign is something regarded as an indication or evidence of what is happening or going to happen. A sign is a miracle regarded as evidence of supernatural power. And a sign is also a notice that is publicly displayed, giving information or instructions in a written or symbolic form. These definitions help us to understand the sign that we are to look for concerning Israel. The synonyms are a pointer, a mark, a forewarning. It's like a sign that is on a wall or that hangs above somebody's head. If we look up the word sign in Strong's dictionary, it's word number 226. It is pronounced oath. It is a signal, a flag, beacon, monument, evidence, it is a mark or an ensign. What does a sign do? Exodus 4 verse 8. And it shall come to pass that if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. A sign speaks to you. It has a voice. It gives you information. We read, if they will not hearken to the voice of the first sign, they will believe the voice of the latter sign. For example, the curses in Deuteronomy 28 are a sign that tells you that when you are looking at a people who suffer from all the curses written in the law of Moses, you are looking at the children of Israel who disobeyed their Creator. In Deuteronomy 28 verse 45 we read, moreover, these curses shall come upon thee. Verse 46, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. The voice of the sign of the curses say, these are the children of Israel. There are signs and there are ensigns. What is an ensign? Psalms 74 verse 4. Thine enemies roar in the midst of thy congregations. They set up their ensigns for signs. The enemies roar using their ensigns. An ensign is a flag or standard, especially a military or naval one, indicating nationality. Synonyms include flag, standard, colors, banner. What is the voice of an ensign? Numbers 2 verse 2. Every man of the children of Israel shall pitch by his own standard with the ensign of their father's house. Each tribe had their own standard or flag, their own ensign. The voice of an ensign or a flag identifies a tribe or a nation. How is an ensign used? A flag, ensign, banner, or standard is the symbol of a nation and what it stands for. It is the focal point around which her citizens rally. To raise a standard can mean to gather or mobilize the army against the enemy. A victorious army often plants its flag on the conquered land. A raised ensign signalizes the point of union. The host of the Father are the armies of Israel. In Exodus 12:41, we read that after 430 years, the host of the Father went out from the land of Egypt. The ensign of Israel is the flag or standard, the focal point around which the armies of Israel rally. When it is set up or raised, the armies are to gather around it. A nation without a flag is a nation without focus. We read again in Jeremiah 50, in those days and in that time, saith the Father, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Father their mighty one. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward. How do we find the way to Zion? Psalm 60. Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth, that thy beloved may be delivered. Save with thy right hand and heal me. The Father has given a banner that it may be displayed, that Israel may be delivered. Israel does have a flag. Find the flag and find the rally point. Find Zion. How do we find it? Isaiah 11 verse 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. There shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for the ensign. The ensign is the branch that came out of the root of Jesse. It is a nation that came out of the nations of Israel. What is the voice of the sign of the gathering of Israel? An ensign. The root of Jesse is the ensign. It is a branch of the nation of Israel and the rally point for the armies of Israel, the place of the gathering of the children of Jacob. The banner is the sign raised on a pole above her head. It is the flag of that nation, the daughter of Jerusalem. Isaiah 18 verse 3. All ye inhabitants of the world, and dwellers on the earth, see ye when he lifteth up an ensign on the mountains. See ye when he lifteth up an ensign on the mountains, and when he bloweth a trumpet, hear ye. An ensign for the nations, a flag on the mountains. Isaiah 11 verse 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. And so the ensign for the nations is to assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah. Where are these mountains? Here is wisdom. What is the biggest clue that we are to look for? The book of Revelation gives us a hint. Revelation 13 verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. The number of a man. What is the number of the man named Israel? Let's go to Joshua 4 verse 1, and maybe we can figure out what is the number of the man named Israel in this passage. Let's read it. And it came to pass, when all the people were clean passed over Jordan, that the Father spake unto Joshua, saying, Take you 12 men out of the people, out of every tribe a man, and command ye them, saying, Take you hence out of the midst of Jordan, out of the place where the priest's feet stood firm, 12 stones, and ye shall carry them over with you, and leave them in the lodging place, where ye shall lodge this night. Then Joshua called the 12 men, whom he had prepared of the children of Israel, out of every tribe a man. And Joshua said unto them, Pass over before the ark of the Father your mighty one, into the midst of Jordan. And take ye up every man of you a stone upon his shoulder, according to the number of the tribes of the children of Israel, that this may be a sign among you, that when your children ask your fathers in time to come, saying, What mean ye by these stones? Then ye shall answer them, that the waters of Jordan were cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Father, when it passed over Jordan. The waters of Jordan were cut off, and these stones shall be for a memorial unto the children of Israel forever. And the children of Israel did so, as Joshua commanded, and took up 12 stones out of the midst of Jordan, as the Father spake unto Joshua, according to the number of the tribes of the children of Israel, and carried them over with them unto the place where they lodged, and laid them down there. And Joshua set up 12 stones in the midst of Jordan, in the place where the feet of the priest which bear the ark of the covenant stood. And they are there unto this day. The ensign that is to be raised up must feature 12, the number of the man named Israel. The flag of Ahiti, Haiti, is the ensign set up to show the children of Israel where they are to go. It marks the site of Mount Zion. The palm tree in the center of the flag is Jacob. Everything on the coat of arms is a sign and a wonder, an attribute of the man, the nation named Israel. Do you see the number of the man Israel? Do you see the number 12? Next time, we will look at the flag of Haiti. We will look at 12 signs that are on the flag, and we will listen to the voice of those signs. Next time, we will look at 12 signs plus 1. My name is Dominic. You can call me at 646-425-0923. That's Dominic, 646-425-0923.